Good evening, welcome back to another Kneejerk stream. Game week 5 is finished. We're going to be looking ahead to game week 6. Let me know what you got in game week 5 in the chat. Lots of scores going in. Stephen reckons he's on 105, which is absolutely ridiculous. I've also put up a poll and stuff in the chat as well if you want to give me your vote there. So yeah, we're going to talk about everything that happened. It was quite an eventful week, I would say. There was a roller coaster of emotions for Ben Rama owners. He ends up getting 10 points for a massive deflection. I gotta be honest, right? I'm not gonna lie. I'm absolutely gutted that he scored today because obviously it wiped out the Shaw clean sheet. Although Man United maybe didn't deserve the clean sheet anyway, and obviously it would have just been a genius move to take him out. And then he gets 10 points. Filthy. Massive deflection. No way it would have gone in without it. So I'm a little bit bitter about that. But I guess Sarr still outscored him, so I'm not too bothered about it. But yeah, pretty big week for a lot of people. I'm into the top 100k now. More than happy with that after 5 game weeks. I think that's actually ahead where I was last year. And I had a really good finish last year. So yeah, things are looking pretty good right now. I think yesterday for me was massive. I got 59 points from. In fact, I just pulled my team up. I got 59 points from 6 players yesterday on Saturday. So I thought, here we go. Got Ronaldo, Shaw, Greenwood, Veltman, Sanchez today. And I got 12 points. So today was a bit rubbish, especially considering Ronaldo got half of them. But overall, 71 points into the top 100k. Very, very happy with that. Advice after you've had a bad week: just no panic decisions, no rash decisions. Bad weeks happen. We're all going to get them at some point. Tom won 25 quid on Ultimate Fan. Very nice indeed. Very nice. I didn't win any. I won 25 quid last week. This week my team was awful, but we go again next week. Why the hell Rafa is tight-lipped about his injuries? I don't know. But Richarlison missing, Calvert-Lewin missing, Pickford missing. Ronaldo's going to have a field day. Victor, just to show off, I'm 543rd overall, and Wildcard still in the pocket. Nice one, Victor. Victor is a patron. If you want to sign up to Patreon, link in the description below. Or at least he was, I think. I think he still is. Yeah, no, he must be because he was very close to winning last month's mini league. 543rd overall, that is massive. You're allowed to show off. None of this rubbish on Twitter where you're not allowed to post a good score. If you have a good score, post it. Like I said, I'll be here every single week. If I've had a good week, I'll be great. If I've had a bad week, I'll still be here. I might just be a little bit less happy about it. People who didn't wildcard are much more better off at the moment. Possibly, it depends on your team. I've seen people that wildcarded that needed it and they've got the similar score to me. I mean, I must be honest. I've got to be honest. My team, I'm proper happy with it. Like for next week, like without a wildcard, like, I think this looks pretty nice. I mean, would a Chelsea defender maybe be better instead of Veltman? Yes, but it's Man City, so I'm just going to not worry about it. Like, Rudiger, that was the thing. Sarr was so good yesterday for me, but then Ben Rama got 10 points. Rudiger, I know he's not massively owned, but he got like 15 points as well. Ridiculous scores. It was a really nice finish, though. Cannot begrudge him. And I did say that if I was going to get one, Rudiger would be the one. So a lot of people tweeted me to say that they went for Rudiger because of that. I'm going to get him in. I just don't know when it'll be. It'll be game week 7 or 8 probably. You're 77 overall. That's ridiculous. You had Rudiger and Sarr, says JB8. Very nice. I knew Rudiger was going to score. He's a beast. Come on. Did you know? You should have put a lot of money on it if you knew that. Thoughts on Mane? Have him and Salah. Was planning on moving him out by now, but he's doing me well. Yeah, if you got no other major moves you want to do, keep him. Brentford next game. So yeah, my current plan. Now, obviously, there's a few yellow flags in here, but Ayling, I don't want to play him anyway. I want to play Veltman. And Ayling will probably be gone for me in game week 7. Possibly. It's not guaranteed yet. And I'm hoping Rafinha and Trent are both fine. Simicast, by the way, let's just go back, right? Who watched the deadline stream? Simicast started and he got 5 points. So, like, he was really good, by the way. Forget about FPL for a second. He's a really good backup. Imagine if he got an attack and return and not the yellow card. Like, he was on for bonus points before that yellow card. So well happy about that Simicast move. I don't know if anyone else watched the deadline stream and put him in. I know a few people have messaged me who put him in. That was amazing. Like I said, I had very good reason to believe the person telling me was telling the truth. The thing is, I don't want to say who it is, but they're not going to be able to give me a lot of other information. But for that call, it was good. One day in the future, I'll explain what happened there. It's one of those things where I'm not going to say it, and so you're going to think it's something major. It's really not, but It was still hilarious. It was still hilarious. But imagine if he hadn't started. I would have got so much stick. That's why I kept saying, look, it's up to you. I don't know for sure. I completely agreed with anyone that said, why would he start when he could just start in the cup? I completely agreed with it. But I think Klopp said in the pre-match press conference, like in the pre-match interview, he said that he's good. He's been good since he played, right? He played against in the first couple of games, and he said he did really well. So maybe this season we will see a bit more rotation because Klopp's got the players to do it, right? As long as fitness isn't an issue. Obviously, didn't know Trent was missing out, but it sounded like Trent was a really late one. So it is what it is, right? Is Luke Shaw a must-sell for the wildcard? I would be getting... I said this already. Like, if you're just going to have one 5.5, I would have taken Rudiger on wildcard. Said that last week. My opinion hasn't changed. My opinion's not changed on much stuff. Anything I said a couple of weeks ago, I've not really massively changed my thought process. I still think Ronaldo's fine for Everton. Everyone seems to be coming around to this now. All of a sudden, Ronaldo scored against Newcastle. Like, I said this on Twitter earlier. I deleted the tweets. I didn't want to come across as too annoying. But basically now, everyone's like Ronaldo to Lukaku in Game Week 7. But now, because Ronaldo, one of the greatest goal scorers of all time, has scored against West Ham, Newcastle and Young Boys, everyone's like, yeah, maybe I'll keep him. And because Southampton have kept a couple of clean sheets. But I still think Lukaku's probably the best captain in Game Week 7. But I still also think that it's so close you could just keep Ronaldo. That's why I kept saying, like, this fixture swing in Game Week 7 that people keep... I've been talking about it as well, but it's not wildcard worthy for a lot of teams, I don't think. I might still use it, but right now I've got no plans on doing that. Like, if I get to roll this week, and I've got 2 free transfers for Game Week 7, that's where my Chelsea players come in. You're tempted to captain Sarr next week. Now, let's not go too far, right? I love Sarr as much as everyone else, but who owns him. Let's not go too far. 120k overall, Littler 77, very nice. Looking to sell Torres this week, but do I go Gray against Norwich or Sarr against Newcastle? It depends how long you're going to want to keep them for. Like, Gray has got a really good fixture this week. Like, I would expect Gray to outscore Sarr, but Sarr's got 2 good fixtures, whereas Gray's going to then play Man United, and obviously they're missing a few key players as well. So to be honest, I'd possibly go Sarr over Gray. The thing is, again, this is like this whole thing about form. Before Sarr comes in, everyone's saying, you've got to go for Gray, he's been scoring. Well, Sarr and Gray have now got the same amount of goals. So if you're using goals as a metric, how do you then differentiate between the two? Like, fixtures matter, and they've both got good fixtures. Like, Sarr gets to play Newcastle and Leeds. He's a good option. He's going to play 90 minutes every week as well. And possibly on penalties, not definitely, possibly. Dominic, needs advice. I've already taken a -4. You've already taken a hit. Already? It's 7 minutes past 8 on the Sunday evening. Torres, Jimenez. Why have you taken Jimenez out? Torres and Jimenez out. Gray, Antonio in. Okay. I have Lukaku, but scared of not having CR7 for the next 2. Is it worth getting him for 2 weeks, then back to Lukaku? Not for another -4. Like, for me, you've made your bed with your transfers. That's it, I think. I think you just have to keep Lukaku at this point. I know it's tough because if you're gonna captain, if you think Ronaldo is the best captain, maybe you could do it. But there's nothing wrong with Lukaku against Southampton, by the way. So it's only this week you'd have to get through. Chintan, I have Richarlison and Jota. What to do? I gotta be honest. I feel like I've dodged such a massive bullet when it comes to Jota. I don't know how he didn't get points. I will say I didn't think Jota was very good against Palace. I didn't think he had a very good game, but he also had a really good chance to score. For anyone that didn't see the game or hasn't seen the replays, he literally, it was like 3 or 4 yards out and he blasted it over. It was pretty much an open goal. Guaita was there, but there's no way he would have saved it unless he hit it straight at him. I think if you bought Jota, you've just got to accept you got a bit unlucky for the last 2 games and keep him. Richarlison, sell. Jimenez, Bamford, Antonio, take your pick. Yeah, he definitely missed a sitter. But apart from that, I thought he was quite poor. The previous game, he was really good against Leeds. I thought he was quite poor against Palace. It doesn't really mean anything. I'm sure he's going to start the next game. He's still a good option. If I had him, I wouldn't sell him. Nilo, first chance I've had to send you a bit of cash. Been a follower for ages. Rank 77. Very nice. Absolutely buzzing after the Sarr pick. Very nice. Sarr was so good because the second goal, like, because I was just following it on Twitter because I was watching the Liverpool game, and it was like it's been disallowed. And I checked again, it's like it's been given, so that was nice. I need a replacement for Trincao. Wolves look lackluster in front of goal. While Trincao's still starting, I don't think it's a huge issue, but Gray or Benrahma or Bowen, something like that is a decent option. Am I worried about my Leeds players? Not if they're fit, to be honest. I mean, like, a few things about that Leeds game. One, why is Rafinha not shooting early? There was that one chance where he was like free on the right hand side and he just had to shoot first time. And not even first time, but just take a touch, then shoot straight away. He just didn't do it for whatever reason. And also, Leeds stonewall penalty. I don't know how, in real time it looked stonewall. And in the replay it looked stonewall. And the VAR people surely looked at it and thought that's stonewall. And it didn't get given. So Bamford could have got a goal as well as the assist. Like, he wasn't great. But I'm not going to sell him. It's West Ham and then it's Watford. So they're staying. I'm not really too worried about them at all, to be honest with you. I mean, they got points for me. 5 points. Bamford outscored Lukaku. Rafinha got 8 points. He outscored quite a few midfielders. I don't know. Seems okay to me. Obviously, if Rafinha is injured, then that becomes a little bit of an issue. I'll probably get in a West Ham player if he's injured. Either Benrahma or maybe Bowen. Maybe Bowen. I don't know. Oh, man, in that Man United game, there was arguably 3 more penalties that should have been given. There was one on Souček. It might have been offside. I didn't see the offside replay, but Wan-Bissaka took him out. That's a penalty if it's not offside. The first Ronaldo one, maybe not. The second Ronaldo one I thought was stonewall. I know people are saying like he's going down early, but Zuma literally comes in and takes him out. It's a penalty. It's a stonewall penalty. And yeah, Ronaldo should have had another goal. Like, he had so many shots today. I don't know why anyone is surprised, but yeah. What question was that even? Oh yeah, Trincao replaces. Nikau got 60 -4 with only 10 players. Captain Ronaldo should have had 2 pens. Yeah, just talked about that. Ailing, Richarlison and Rafinha injured. What next? Plan to wildcard in Game Week 14. I mean, first of all, if you've got a plan for a wildcard and your team looks like it might need a wildcard, don't be afraid to change that plan. But also, do you need to play Ailing? If not, just put him on the bench. Rafinha will probably be fine. You could just sell Richarlison. So right now, don't panic and see what happens over the course of this week. Yeah, St. Maximin's an okay replacement. I still prefer probably Jimenez, Bamford, Antonio, etc. Best long-term replacement for Torres, 8.1 spend. Already have Sarr and Rafinha. You could go West Ham midfielder. You could go to Grealish. He looks pretty nailed on, but you don't want him for the next 2 weeks. I'd maybe just go for a short 2-week punt, like West Ham midfielder or something like that. Victor, keeping Benrahma and avoiding the hit was massive. Lots went for Sarr and -4 or more, having now Benrahma scoring 10 and Leeds and Brentford next. Yeah, very nice. But then also, I got Sarr in for free, scored 5 more points, and he's got Newcastle Leeds. So it's much of a muchness. Even if you took the -4, you're still up on points, and you've still got 2 good fixtures. Let's not forget Benrahma. I don't want to. You can't take it away from him, but it was a massive deflected shot. He didn't really have too many other chances than that. I think the Sarr move was good. I think it was good. But obviously, yeah, it is just a 1-point game. And to be honest, West Ham were really good. So, yes, they're definitely... Like, if Leeds have got all these injuries, West Ham could have a field day. There's every chance that Benrahma outscores Sarr in the next week. Is Jimenez to Antonio worth a hit? Probably not, no. Or Torres to Sarr. Yeah, Torres to Sarr. I prefer that move. Who to replace Mount with? I have Salah, Gray... Do you need to replace Mount? I know he came off early, but it was tactical, wasn't it? Salah, Gray, Rafinha and Benrahma with 0.9 in the back. Well, who are you thinking about? Sarr? Sarr's going to be the name on my lips every time. Yeah, Sarr, but I would probably keep Mount. Should I knee-jerk Varane to Rudiger before the price rise? I don't know. Are you going to be priced out? You could keep Varane for Villa and Everton, to be honest with you. So you don't need to make that move. Depends if you're going to be priced out of it or not. 50 points off first in my league. Can I still win? Yeah. I mean, even if you had 4 weeks to go, you could still potentially win. Alonso for Sofao to avoid price rise or wait 1 week. Yeah, I mean, bringing Alonso in against Man City doesn't scream like massive points to me. But who knows? I mean, it is Alonso. He's basically a striker. Yeah, again, if you're not going to be priced out, I wouldn't do it. Do we have any news on Trent? No, he's just ill. I'm sure he'll be fine. It's not COVID either. What do you think about Gray? Should I bring Sarr in place of Gray? Nah, come on. Gray's got Norwich. You've got to keep him for that. You've got to keep him for Norwich. Do I think Greenwood's a good option still? Greenwood should have scored today. Ronaldo, like, you can't fault him because he scored straight after. But there was a ball played through by McTominay. Really good ball, by the way. Ronaldo, ball comes to him. Literally, first time pass, all he had to do across the box, Greenwood taps in an open goal. And he takes a touch and then just fluffs it, basically. So the annoying thing about Greenwood is he actually played really well today, but didn't ever really get the chances. He made so many good runs and they just weren't found. I think with Greenwood, I wouldn't buy if I didn't own him, but I won't be selling. I don't think. If there's there's cup games this week. So for example, the Rafinha stuff, Bielsa will have a press conference before the cup game, so we might find out about Rafinha. If Greenwood plays midweek, I might think about taking him out, but it is Villa, so probably not. If Sancho plays midweek or something crazy like that, then I'll probably keep Greenwood. But I think the fact that Solskjaer went straight back to Fred and McTominay when they were fit and Pogba played left, that's a lot of players to fit in that attack. City vs Chelsea will be a tight game. Can we jump on Chelsea defence a week early, selling short? I don't know. I mean, it's not the worst move because Chelsea can keep clean sheets like with ease, right? But Man City are the toughest team they're going to face. Maybe Liverpool as well. So I wouldn't swap Shaw for a Chelsea defender this week. I would possibly do it in Game Week 7, but I wouldn't do it this week. But that's just me. Doesn't mean you have to do the same. Glad I got Odegaard on my team this week. And Sarr Alexander, very nice. Dominic, Antonio captain next week. Salah may struggle against Brentford. Don't have CR7 or captain one of the Leeds boys. If you haven't got Ronaldo, you just captain Salah, I think. Like, Antonio's good. And obviously, if Leeds have got all these centre-back injuries, he could be brilliant. So I'm not against it, but I still think that Salah is probably better. What week do you plan on wildcard in 7 or 8 or later? Possibly Game Week 8, but realistically, I don't know right now. I'm not really worried about it. Like, unless I want like 2 or 3 Man City players, I can just sort the Chelsea players with free transfers. And I don't like people who've already wildcarded. What transfers are they making in Game Week 7 or 8? If they're not getting Chelsea players in, who are they getting? Like, I don't know. So I feel like I'm not even going to be left behind. No, I could be wrong. Daniel, currently have CR7, Bamford and Jimenez. Should I keep Jimenez? I don't know why anyone will get rid of Jimenez, really. I mean, you could get Jimenez. You could do Jimenez to Antonio. But I just think going from Jimenez to Antonio, then back to Jimenez, like, it's 2 transfers. I'd probably just keep him. I mean, don't get me wrong, I think Alonso's brilliant this week, but I'd possibly just keep Jimenez. I refuse to believe that Alonso is now first choice left back. Yeah, Chilwell just wasn't fit because of all the Euro stuff. And Alonso's just been playing well. It's not even that Chilwell's just massively out of favour. Alonso just has been playing really well. And he's fit. And he's ridiculous in a wing-back system as well. Like, ridiculous. I'm the same, though. I just can't put Alonso in. Because I know as soon as I do, Chilwell will play. But let's see. I mean, cup games plus Man City. If Alonso starts against Man City, there's no stopping him. And maybe he will be the one to come in. But I still think if I get a Chelsea defender, I want Rudiger first. And I only get Alonso or someone if I get a second one. What's your rating order for Chelsea defenders? I think it's just Rudiger and then take your pick, honestly. It probably is still Reece James second. Like, people were saying that maybe it's because it's a tough fixture. But the guy played in the Champions League and against Liverpool. I mean, okay, he got a red card, but that was a bit unlucky, right? Disappointing set of 7 to 8 million midfielders at the moment. Yeah, ish. But I think, like, Greenwood's been fine. Jota's been unlucky. I don't think it's that bad. Torres is a bit annoying. Is 3-5-2 to 4-4-2, 3-4-3 better? Bringing in Chelsea City defence slowly, but might need wildcard 8 to change formation. Yeah, I think a lot of people are looking at 4 at the back. I don't hate it. I mean, let's have a quick look, right? This isn't a wildcard team, so I would go for Lukaku over Ronaldo. The one thing I haven't checked is which, like, Bamford is definitely a good option up until like Game Week 10, so I would keep him. Antonio's fixtures are not fantastic though. They're okay though. You could probably get away with holding them. And then probably something like this. Rudiger. Maybe Reece James. And then maybe Cancelo, but Diaz if you want to play safe. And then so either you could go for a 5.9, so you could go for Gray and play 4-4-2, 4-3-3 most weeks, but you've got the option to switch it around. But you'd probably want someone a bit more expensive in midfield, wouldn't you? Who am I missing? Mount, I guess. Grealish. You might want Grealish, to be honest. I just don't know if I'd be happy with this as a team. Like, let's put Grealish in. I mean, Grealish is nailed. He seems nailed enough, right? 0.6. So it gets a bit tricky. Is there anything I'm missing? I don't know. But 4 at the back is possibly the way forward. I always feel like with 4 at the back, if it starts going... If I've got a 3-4-3 and some of my players don't work out, I feel like I can be patient about it. If 4-4-2 or 4-3-3 isn't working out, I just don't know how patient I would be. And then I'd want to change it quick. So I don't know. I mean, it could go 4-4-2 instead of 4-3-3, but then you lose one of these strikers. That doesn't seem ideal. I don't know if I want to go to a formation like that on Wildcard. I feel like if I could get to that easily and then maybe have the Wildcard as a way to bail myself out, I think I'm probably just going to stick to 3-4-3, to be honest with you. Antonio could always go to Jimenez. Just is that one extra defender, that one extra Chelsea or one extra Man City defender, is it worth it? I don't know. Like, my plan will probably be to roll this week. Game week 7 gets tricky for me now because I don't know if I could get rid of Ronaldo before Everton. So Lukaku doesn't come in, which means I've not got any money to spend. But I could do Shaw to Rudiger. I might even just make one transfer in game week 7, then roll. Like, go into game week 7 with this team. I mean, Sarr plays... it's game week 8 where he plays Liverpool. But I don't even mind keeping him for Everton and Southampton, to be honest with you. So I could just go into game week 7 with this team. The thing is, I wouldn't have Lukaku, but Antonio plays Brentford and Bamford plays Watford. So I don't even know if I'm that worried. Greenwood could go for Mount, maybe. But yeah, I'm really not. I'm just not panicking about the wild card. Maybe this will be a turning point, and maybe I'll get it wrong. I'm just not seeing enough changes right now. Because once I do Ronaldo to Lukaku... So basically, right, so look, let me just show you this. So if I do Shaw to Rudiger... Let me just put Rudiger in. In game week 8, I'd be more than happy to do Ronaldo to Lukaku in game week 8. And I am fully aware that the prices might hurt this. But at that point, I've got 1.3 million to spend. So I can get in a 5.8 defender. So I can get another Chelsea defender. Or possibly if I take a hit... I could get Diaz. So I don't... You see, I could get James, like. So I could do this with 3 transfers over game week 7 and 8. I feel like that's fine. I don't know. And then I've got Veltman on the bench. I've still got Simicast just like rotting away, but whatever. Chelsea against the team that kept a clean sheet against Man City. Yeah, but I wouldn't let that one result affect my thinking. I still think Southampton's fine to target. I still think that Lukaku can do fine against Southampton, right? That won't change my opinion today's result. What will you do with Jota and Greenwood? Greenwood I'll probably keep. Jota I would keep if I had him. Suggestions to swap Ayling with under 5.2. I'm not sure about that, to be honest. Like, I'm not saying this is correct. I'm not saying I've got the game week 7-8 thing like fully correct, but I also think it could just be fine, like, to not use the wild card. If you can get to the Chelsea players anyway, like Leeds are fine as long as obviously it all depends on these players being fit. But Leeds and Liverpool are fine. It's really Shaw, Greenwood, and Ronaldo to Lukaku, maybe Mount. Like, if I don't get Mount, then maybe I've got to deal with Greenwood as well. But yeah, I don't know. That's the way I'm thinking about it right now. It might change. I'm not saying that I won't pop the wild card in game week 7 or 8. But I guess that's the great thing about winging it a little bit, you know? 5.2 million. Maybe Tierney. Not the greatest week to bring him in, mind you. I still like Semedo, to be honest. You could go for Reguilon. Like Spurs fixtures are going to get decent soon, but I'm not sure how much I trust them. I'll probably go Semedo. I think. I know he just conceded, but yeah, it's a swap Ailing 5.2. Jerry, just a thanks and apology for saying Sarr was a rash decision. A bit of a joke. It's fine. It doesn't matter. The thing that, like, with my decisions, they're not. It's very rare that I'll make a transfer on deadline stream that I've not already thought about. I mean, Alonso happened last year. That was rash, but I mean, I can't remember how many times I'd mentioned Sarr last week. Like, it's all I talked about. Dude. Ailing to Diaz or Bamford to Antonio? Ailing to Diaz, definitely. So far, replacement, have 0.3. Tierney, Marçal, Livramento. Well, that's completely different. Like Livramento if you need the money. If not, I'd probably just get Tierney. But again, maybe not necessarily the best time to get it. I haven't missed super chats. There's all sorts of chat to get through. Vader is dead. Brentford game for Antonio is a trap. I don't think it is. I mean, a trap in what way? It's a really good striker with really good stats that scores lots of goals against a team that have done pretty well, but we shouldn't fear. I don't know. I'm not going to captain him. I don't know what the trap is, to be honest. Russell, 3-4-3 or 4-4-2 over 3-5-2 is what I mean. Yeah, I mean, I switched from 3-5-2 to 3-4-3 a few weeks ago, so yeah, I completely agree. That's probably not the best right now. But there's plenty of people with 3-5-2 that have done well. Mbuemo, Sarr, Benrahma have all done really well. Rafinha, Salah. I don't think 3-5-2 is completely dead, but I just think the forward options are so good that maybe not as good as they looked a few weeks ago, but I still think that's where I put my money. Unsubscribe. Captain Antonio against Leeds. I'm probably not going to captain him ahead of Ronaldo or Salah, if I'm completely honest. I see what people are thinking about it. I don't think it's bad. I mean, I might have to give it strong consideration because, like, Ailing was having to play centre back already with Cooper. It's not ideal, and West Ham are really good. So I don't think it's that bad of an option. But I think what we'll find is most people will talk about Antonio early week, and then they'll switch to Salah, Ronaldo. I don't really worry too much about cap. Well, yeah, I don't know. You see right now it's on Ronaldo. I might switch it to Salah. I'm not sure. I feel like Ronaldo is just shooting so much. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I think the fact that it's at home will swing me to Ronaldo, but I'm not sure about it. Have a nice Sanchez short. Play on Wildcard Gameweek 7 or should I wait? Yeah, it's really up to you. I can't really decide for you when to Wildcard. Like, your team looks okay. There's nothing majorly wrong with it. But you need to go and think and get... Like, basically, what I would do is go and make your Gameweek 7 Wildcard and then figure out... how many players difference it is from your team now to then, or what your team can be by then, and then how much of those transfers like are really ones that you absolutely need to do. And if it's a lot, just wildcard, yeah. But like, your team's not that bad, I don't think. I mean, you could do with probably a striker. So already you're having to get rid of Fernandes. Greenwood you could move on soon, and Shaw. Like, you could wildcard soon for sure. Gamble with Dennis in for Tony this week. Ouch. I mean, at least Dennis did all right. Sunbrick got 82, ranked 3,111. Very nice. Highest ever. Good stuff. That is a hell of a score. 20k from 4k. I've just panicked and bought in Rafinha for Torres. Don't panic if you're 20k in the world in Game Week 5. There are 33 more game weeks to go. There's nothing to be panicking about. 20k is amazing right now. Like, I'm super happy with 100k. Like, genuinely, I think if I top 100k after Game Week 5, that is perfectly all right. I get that it's easier to enjoy it when it's like a green arrow than a red, but you're 20k. Should I consider a -4 to bring in Sarr for Gray? Nobody needs to take -4s for Gray. He's playing Norwich. Relax. Or bring in Rudiger for Dyer. I mean, do you need to play Dyer this week? Because obviously he's he could be injured. But no, he carried on, didn't he? He carried on, yeah, so he should be fine. I don't think you need to take a hit for Dyer to Rudiger, necessarily. Triary keep us out. If I had him, I'd probably keep him for a couple more weeks. I guess, yeah, probably. Jimenez to Antonio. I don't. I think Jimenez. Who would I rather have this week or for the next 2 weeks? Antonio. There you go. Would I do Jimenez to Antonio? I don't know if it's. I wouldn't do it for a hit. That's for sure. Maybe for free. Lukaku, Bamford, and Antonio is a nice forward line. Play Sanchez, Begovic if already playing Veltman. Who have Everton got this week? Oh, Norwich. I'd probably play Sanchez, to be honest. Ramsdale nailed, back-to-back clean sheets. He looks fairly nailed, yeah. I mean, it's only a few game weeks, so I still think it's quite early to say that, but it looks good for him, for sure. Pick 2 out of Semedo, James, Livramento, and Duffy for next game. We've got Trent as well to make the back 3. Probably James and Duffy. If not James, then Semedo. Not Livramento, though. I mean, I don't even know. Who is Southampton even playing? Wolves at home. I don't know. I just think Reece James should play. He offers a lot. And Duffy's got Palace away. And he's got a good goal for it. Livramento rising again. Yeah, that's the only downside to not wildcarding early is all these little players like Livramento, Duffy, they've all gone up in price. It's a bit annoying. I won't lie. But is what it is, right? Is what it is. It's Ben Foster nailed. He is while Backman's out. I don't know how long Backman's going to be out for, if that's going to be your follow-up question. Any Palace players? Nah, not until the fixtures turn. I'd want to see Edouard starting regularly because he looks good. But he didn't start, even after scoring 2 goals, he didn't start against Liverpool. So, not just yet. Maybe from game week 9. But the thing is, after Newcastle in game week 9, they run straight into Man City away. I'm not really in any rush for Palace players, if I'm completely honest. Should I take a... I love all these questions about taking Wolves players out because before this week started, people couldn't believe that I didn't have Wolves players in my team. And now all of a sudden they lose and it's like, right, got to get rid of them all. If you've got Wolves players, I think you can just... There's no rush to get rid of them. Need to have some patience. Start the cycling GK. The thing is, I just think Brighton defence is better. I do really want to start... Ben Foster this week, but... I don't think I'm going to. But how amazing would it be if he saved a penalty or something? And if I've got him benched, I'll never live that down. He's not wildcarding the new wildcarding. Possibly, yeah. I'm trying just not to really overthink it too much. As I keep saying, I'm not planning on using it in game week 7 or 8. But if I need to, I'll just use it. And, it's my team, and if that's what I feel it needs, then job done. I'll do it. How long am I going to keep Sarp? I've only just brought him in. I'm not really worried yet. Maybe 2 weeks, maybe 3, 4, 5. I don't really know. Dylan nailed 103 points this week. Best score in 3 is very nice. 100-point club in a single game week is always amazing. How come some players have players off the bench and others haven't? Well, it depends. I haven't had Veltman off the bench yet. Veltman with his 1 point. I really thought they were going to get the clean sheet today. Yeah, if Simicast was started and Aidling was fit, I could almost bench boost this week. Almost. I'd want someone different instead of Basuma, though. Yeah, if you're asking me about whether these yellow flag players are going to start, I got no idea. To be honest, I would suspect that Rafinha will be fine. The fact that there was that rumour about him having a knock and then he played, and then it looked like it was tactical, we knew he could only play a certain amount of minutes, then bring him off. But again, I don't know that for sure. I'm just guessing. So we'll have to wait and see. Whenever on Wildcards Game Week 7 or 8, I can't wait to see how much my rank drops. I got to be honest, I think it's always overblown. The wildcard is a powerful chip, but we worry about it too much. Everyone that's wildcarded, most likely the people that wildcard in 7 or 8 are not going to have a massively dissimilar team, and you've got transfers to get to it. And those that hold it longer, they're going to miss out on some price rises to the likes of Livramento, Duffy, etc. It's not that big of a deal. It's really not. I have Jota and Torres. I'm mostly going to give it another week, then decide on transfers. Got Bamford, Lukaku, Salah, Antonio, Trent, Rudiger already. Nice. I definitely think you can move Torres on because it's Liverpool, Chelsea. But again, if he's gonna start starting again, which maybe they need him to, they couldn't score against Southampton. Wildcard effects are seen long term. Yeah, for sure. Wildcard is for changing your template if you messed up to start with. No, you can definitely do it from a position of strength. It's like I always say, right? You're always planning. You're never planning to have a bad team. So it's very rare that you'll be in such a bad situation that you'll absolutely have to play a wildcard because of injuries. You don't have to wildcard, but it's very rare that you wouldn't want to make like more than 2 transfers. At some point in the first half of the season, you're going to want to use it. Yeah, the Jimenez to Antonio move is tricky. My gut feeling says don't do it, but I can see exactly why everyone wants to do it. I need a bit more of thought on that one. For free as well. It'll be a tempter for me, I think. I think if you've just taken Antonio out for Jimenez, though, I don't think you should be swapping back. You want to move Torres, but don't know who to get. I mean, take your pick from all the players that have been doing really well this week. Gray, Sarr, Rafinha. I mean, Rafinha, if he's fit, is the one. Keep saying that. Would you go for a Chelsea midfielder in Game Week 8? The only one I would go for is Mason Mount because of the price. I'm not going to be able to afford Havertz. Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably rather have like a Man City midfielder, possibly. Then again, they're not nailed on either. What should I do with Mount and Trincao? Concerned. Could probably keep him. If you haven't got Rafinha or something like that, you could do Mount to Rafinha, but I don't. With the fixtures that are about to turn, I don't know if I'd bother doing that. Obviously, I know it's annoying because he came off today, but he's still starting most games, right? Jota to Sarr, no chance. Christmas wildcard in Game Week 19, that'd be amazing. Chances of me holding on that long are very low, but let's see. Let's just see what happens again. I mean, it is kind of nice to kind of sort your bench out, like sort Tsimikas out, because Tsimikas is probably dropping in price again. Like I might actually, although he did play, didn't he? Yeah, he's going up. He's going up. He's getting transfers in again, so it might hold off on his price drop. Doncha, top 5k can't handle the pressure. Relax. 33 weeks to go. Keep doing what you're doing. Defender worries for Game Week 7 to 12. Any idea on options? I got to be honest, I've not even looked defenders. But, I mean, Chelsea, good. Man City, good. That's probably the ones to target. Diaz, Rudiger. Apart from that, I've not had a massive look. Who else you'd have? You could still rotate 4.5s. Like, I think Veltman's got some okay fixtures. Like, I'm playing against Palace, but you're talking about 7 to 12. Yeah, you could play him against Newcastle, maybe Leeds, West Ham. But yeah, I've not thought that far ahead. 7 to 12. What's your plan with Trent? Hold long term? Yeah, pretty much. Fixtures get tough, but he offers so much. I think yeah, Man City and Man United are not great. Like, if he misses Brentford, I'd be open to selling him this week, to be honest with you. Maybe for a Chelsea defender or even Diaz. Because if he's going to miss this, then he's going to have a blank Man City and Man United in the next 4. So I think I'd think about getting rid of him. But outside of these 2 fixtures, there's nothing wrong with these fixtures at all. So if he's back this week, which I'm assuming he will be, just keeping him. He's just too good. Nilo, something I've always wanted to ask. I know you live in Ireland and you set your nation as Ireland, but what is the history? Were you brought up there? No, I just said it where I live. It's literally it. I live here, so I put it as Ireland. That is all there is to it. There's nothing more, I'm afraid. Nothing more exciting than that. If I lived in England, I'd just put England. That's all. Should we now assume that Alonso's pretty nailed? Maybe we should, but I just cannot believe he is. Subs will be done later. Relax. What about Mendy? Is he going to be back? Yeah, I didn't see what Tuchel said about Kepa, but I'm assuming Mendy's going to keep starting after this. But it just shows that even he is not like 100% nailed every single week. Play or bench Pookie versus Everton. If I had Pookie, I would just play him every week. I'm going for top 100 in Ireland. I don't know about that. Be nice, though. I'm not happy. Ben Foster's league is ahead of mine. Not happy about that. Mendy had a knot. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, because the third choice keeper was warming up, actually, when Kepa went down with cramp or whatever it was. Nathan, how's it going? I'm well, thank you. Hope you are as well. Getting J Lings? No, but what a finish. So that's what he kept doing for West Ham last year. Just whatever, I'm just going to shoot and score every time. Thoughts on Kovacic? Not an FPL option. He should have scored today, though, to be fair. Lukaku played him in. For whatever reason, he didn't show. I mean, to be fair, the guy's got 4 returns so far this season. I shouldn't write him off so soon, but it just doesn't interest me at all, to be honest with you. Is James... I wouldn't swap James for Rudiger, not this week. Chances of James missing 2 games in a row seem quite low to me. 2 free transfers, do I need to use one? You don't have to, but you will lose one. If you have 2 free transfers and you don't use one, the next week you still only have 2 free transfers. So you might as well use one, unless you've generally got nothing to do. Thoughts on bringing Noble in for penalty duties? Probably not going to do that. I don't know why I've got a screwdriver in my office. Best 4.5 goalie. I still think it might be Sanchez, but yeah, I don't think I would write off Ramsdale. I'll be honest, the thing that puts me off Ramsdale is there's enough doubt in my mind to say, could Leno make any kind of appearance at some point? Possibly, whereas with Sanchez, I just don't have those worries at all. And if you're going to wildcard soon, the next wildcard's a long way away. Like, you're probably not going to wildcard until around game week 30. You never want to make a goalkeeper transfer. That's the only thing. But in general, I think Arsenal defence will be fine. I said that. I think they'll turn it around. And they have 2 clean sheets in a row. Yeah, no, maybe I'm missing a trick with Ramsdale. Maybe I am. How's it going, Corey? Got 53 points, but I don't care as we won. Very nice. Corey is a Brighton fan. Lovely win over Leicester, to be fair. Away from home as well. Ramsdale is nailed until he makes 2 mistakes in as many games, I suspect. Yeah, look, I guess you don't bring in a goalkeeper for that kind of money necessarily as a second choice. Like, he probably has been promised games. Yeah, Sanchez doesn't have many save points. Like, I don't think that Sanchez is like he's not Martinez from last year. I completely get that. And look, maybe Ramsdale is the one to go for. Maybe he is. Maybe it's just worth it. And then if he does start losing his place, you just take him out. I guess if you've got Ben Foster, you've got a sub goalie anyway, right? At least for now. Sorry, Brighton were at home. Sorry. It's Palace they're away to. My bad, yeah. Still, great result, right? Is the international break something to consider before Game Week 7 wildcard? I personally think for a lot of people, saving until Game Week 8 will be better, but it depends on your team. Obviously, with international break, some of these players are going to go and play 2 or 3 games. I could get injured, but there's always a worry about that. You'd be very worried. You'd be very unlucky to kind of wildcard into a team and then get like 3 or 4 injuries. The thing with Ben Foster, right, is last year he was actually the number 1, and he got injured and Backman came in and just did well, and they just kept him in. So maybe if Foster does really well, he'll just keep his place until he gets in. Well, if he gets injured, I would say until he gets injured, as if that's a dead cert. But yeah, maybe he'll keep his place and while he's fit, I guess is the better way to put it. Do. Sort on triple up and Ronaldo, Lukaku, and Salah. I still don't like it. I feel like maybe I've got it wrong because everyone else seems to really like it, but I'm just not that. I just don't like it. I just don't like it. Let's just say I get rid of Antonio because I'm going to keep Bamford because he's got better fixtures in the long term. Obviously, I wouldn't do this week, right? You don't need to tell me how good Antonio is this week. Like, you got to make up 3.5 million. And you also want to get a couple of good defenders in, preferably as well. So we'll just do James instead of doing Diaz for now. Like, where do you even begin on this? I already hate it. I want Rafinha. I'm happy to get rid of Sub. It's not going to get me a lot of money. So I guess you got to go cheap in defence. I guess really you got to go like this. Livramento. And then just go 4-3-3. But I just do not like it. I'm sure people have made better teams than this. Like this is 4-3-3, but then you got to play one of these two every week. It's just horrible. I don't think it's worth it when I'm not gonna captain these three all the time. I'm gonna captain one of them every week, right? I'm not getting rid of Trent. It's just not up for discussion for me. If you got offered to play for Man United for a game, would you accept? I don't know if I would. Like, would I really want to go and embarrass myself like that? You'd have to drop Bamford, but I don't know. I just don't like it at all. Opinions on Brighton for the season? They look good. Yeah, they're good. Expected goals told us they were good last year. Let's see if they can keep it up. I think they're in top half this year for sure. Let's see. When to jump on Arsenal assets? Antonio to Aubameyang game week. I have money in the bank, 50 points off first, and really still time to catch up. Plenty of time, yeah. I don't think there is really a specific week where you have to jump on Arsenal players. To be honest with you, like there's always like Aubameyang's decent, but he's so expensive, so it depends whether you can fit him in. But yes, good fixture run from game week 8. I don't hate that call at all. If you want to try something different, go for it. But don't be panicking about 50 points this early on. Honestly. What should be ideal Chelsea player? Rudiger and Lukaku, I think, are the two. Rudiger and Lukaku, and then decide if you want more, I would say. Kai, you can say I'm stupid, but I have faith in Kane. I don't think it's stupid to have faith in one of the best strikers in the league, to be honest with you. Him, Ronaldo, and Lukaku up front, bound to start scoring soon, isn't he? Assists as well. Yeah, but it's so much money. I just wouldn't do it. You can only captain one of them. Like, those players bring value when you're going to captain them. And I just, like, Salah is the one. Like, if I could only have one premium, Salah's the one. So to have 3 premium forwards, it's just too much. It's just too much. Arguably, Kane could be good in Game Week 7 and 8 as captain, but so could Ronaldo, Lukaku, and Salah. So it's just one of those, you get these situations in FPL sometimes when players who are good, like Kane, just get forgotten about because there's so many other good players as well. It's just one of those things. So I don't think it's that bad, like of an idea, but not for me. I don't think I did miss a super chat. I know people always say this, but I don't think I did. Yeah, Trent will get subbed off. Relax. Like, it just doesn't happen straight away. I don't know what the panic is. Yeah, the Salah move was okay, but in the end it was only worth 5 points, so it wasn't quite as exciting as it. Like, yesterday I was like proper buzzing about it. Today it's like, yeah, it was good. You missed Begovic or Sanchez? I mean, I already said... No, I didn't. I didn't miss that. I answered that. Should I take Jota out for Gray? I would not sell Jota this week. Worth bringing in an Everton asset, but who would you bring in? I think no, really. Maybe Gray, but that's about it. Maybe Gray or Decore, I guess. When did you use the bench boost? Probably around double game week, so not for a long time. I'm not getting rid of Luke Shaw. I've held Fernandes till now, but feel it's time to move on. Would you do Fernandes? Very unlucky today, by the way. Like, if Ronaldo had scored that shot first time, it was a Fernandes assist. And Fernandes also put Ronaldo in again for another chance, and he just didn't get it either. Would you do Fernandes and a 4.5 million forward to Ronaldo and Gilmore -4 if the captaincy was going on? Yeah, definitely would. I mean, I did it a couple of weeks ago. I'd still do it now. And then you've got that position to swap to Lukaku if you want to. CR7, Lukaku, and Dennis up front. Thoughts? Yeah, I just think I don't like it. I don't like it. No one's going to convince me that Ronaldo and Lukaku is the way forward, to be honest with you. So any combination I'm probably not going to like. Because I just feel like Dennis is fine, like he's playing, but I still think right now, like Bamford, Jimenez, and Tony are just all better options. Fernandes did hit the post as well, you're right. Is Luca Dean the biggest fraud in FPL history? Honestly, every week it's Luca Dean is playing this team, he's due a haul, or Luca Dean's playing left wing back, he's due a haul. Everton defence just isn't that good. Just isn't that good. It's fine. Like, it's not like Norwich or Newcastle, but it's also nothing to be feared, in my opinion. I know Everton fans hate me saying that, but I know they missed some players this week, right? So a lot of people kind of pointed that out to me, but I still don't think the defence is that good. That's why I didn't go for Luca Dean. I did consider him at the start, but I went for Shaw instead. And to be fair, Shaw hasn't been that much better, to be honest. The Man United defence has not been as solid as you'd hope, really. If I'm wildcard in Game Week 7, what's a good one-week punt for Luca Dean next week? Wait, hang on. Oh, in Game Week 6, you mean? Like a Game Week 6 punt? I'd have to put up the list. Probably not Alonso. It depends how much money you've got. I mean, to be honest, Luca Dean's playing Norwich, so why would you get rid of him? I feel like you can do a different one. What's still a good overall rank as a benchmark? Honestly, I wouldn't really worry where you are right now. Like, if you're like outside the top 3 or 4 million, then yeah, that probably kind of sucks a little bit. But there's plenty of time to go up. There's plenty of time to go up. Double game week's not going to be till like later on, like game week 30-ish. I wouldn't take Ben Rama out for Saha now, no. Thoughts on Vardy? Yeah, I like him. I think he's a perfectly good option, but I just think there's better options. I think he stops you getting to those better options, like Ronaldo and Lukaku. It might be boring to keep hearing about, but that is my kind of thoughts at the moment. When do you sell Jota? I guess you consider it after this week. Consider it. But let's see what happens with Firmino. Your new internet must be good as you haven't mentioned it in ages. Yeah, new internet's like 1 gig. It's great, to be honest. I've had a couple of issues with it still, but not many. Should I keep Reguilon and Cody? I would keep Cody. I would probably keep Reguilon as well, but it depends who else you can get to. Like, you know, would I rather have those two or Rudiger? I'd rather have Rudiger, right? But Spurs have got Arsenal, then Villa, Newcastle. Like, Reguilon's not a bad option for those games, I don't think. I don't think Spurs' defence is that great either, but they have just got a bunch of players back. Like, Romero's back now. And I wouldn't really take too much into account about what they did today, because that was against Chelsea. Oh, itchy nose. If I had Traore, would I sell him? Probably not. But then I also feel like I'd be telling myself, am I falling into a trap? Maybe. I'd probably hold him, though. Like, what are Wolves' next 2 fixtures? Southampton away and then Newcastle at home. I'd probably give him 2 weeks and then maybe reassess. So Maximin has 2 goals, 2 assists. Yeah, I probably shouldn't write him off. I'm not writing him off. Again, it's still not coming into my thoughts, to be honest. Would I sub Rafinha in for Torres? I would if Rafinha's fit, yeah. Rudiger, my differential game week 5, keep for fixtures. Yeah, I mean, if you just brought him in, why would you get rid straight away? Again, Spurs not great fixture. Brighton, Palace, Villa, Leicester, Watford's pretty decent. Yeah, if you bought him in, he's cheap. Why not keep him? Is Maupay a genuine option? Yeah, he's on penalties as well. Crystal Palace away, decent this week. Arsenal, then Norwich in game week 8. Problem is, in the next 5, he's got Arsenal, Man City, Liverpool. So it's not that easy. But set and forget, I think he's played every game he's been available for, hasn't he? Yeah. 90 minutes. The only game he's played 45 in was when he got injured. He's already scored 3 goals. I like Maupay. You know that from last year. So he looks pretty good. Oh, look who it is, Thogden. I've kind of forgot about Thogden. He's so far down in the mini leagues. So far down. For any listen to me about Saar. I have Rudiger already. I was thinking I'd do Cody to Livramento and keep Reguilon and get some money in the bank to spend elsewhere. I'd only ever do moves to get money if either that player is a much better option or you need to spend that money straight away. If you're just getting it to spend elsewhere but you don't really know where you're going to spend it, just keep Cody. Don't see the issue with that. Stop it. Morpay is a trap and you know it. I don't think he is. I don't think he is. I know people don't like him, but I mean he plays for a team that create chances. He's on penalty, seemingly. Took the penalty today. Well, yeah, it was today, wasn't it? I don't mind more pay. I really don't. For 6.5, what other better options are there? Pookie, maybe. But, like, not that exciting either, right? Edouard, maybe. But he has to start starting before we go for him, right? At least more pay's nailed. Tony, again. Tony could be a better option. Is your Ronaldo captaincy set and forget for the week? Brentford looked exposed down their left side yesterday, but I'm not sure if that's more of a Traore factor. No, I'm not completely set on it. I might change the Salah, but I think because of the home factor, I possibly would keep him. Yes, a Maximin, not a bad option, but Morpay's got penalties, and that is important. Yeah, so Maximin's not a bad option. I just don't think Morpay's as bad as everyone makes out. That's all. I'm not saying you have to go out and buy him, but I do like him as an option. Just not with the current fixtures coming. All right, I'm going to leave it there. We've been going for, I don't know how long we've been going for, about an hour-ish. Thank you for watching. Do give the video a like on the way out if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe button as well. I'll be back with content all this week. Obviously, the deadline stream's not till Saturday this week, but content all through Monday to Friday. So make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I still have Mahrez. Am I done for assuming that it will keep getting returns? Or should I take it? I would get rid of Mahrez. Like, he's not starting. Next two fixtures aren't even that good. Grealish, style, Gray. If you want to get some money, I would possibly get Saar in, but I think Grealish could be a nice long-term move if he's going to keep his place. Depends how much money you need to make up, right? All my scores, gaming rank, current rank and stuff are all at the top of the screen. Could you supply us with your source that told you Saar would score 2 goals? My source is fixtures matter. That's what I'm going to leave you with. Fixtures matter. People always like to talk about form and all this rubbish. Fixtures is what matters, right? Keep that in mind. Okay, yeah, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I will catch you again tomorrow.